Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. I'm guessing that they're going to do a series of these, and they should, because this is good, especially with the great Benoit Blanc. They made it seem like he was a very good detective in the first one. In the second one, they full out say that Google says he's the greatest detective on the planet. He might be. He might be, because he's pretty freaking smart. He is a modern Sherlock Holmes. They even mentioned Sherlock Holmes in the movie. This movie stars Edward Norton, Daniel Craig, of course, Edward Norton from The Hulk, Dave Bautista, Drax, Catherine Hahn, Agatha. It was Agatha. Oh no. And Ethan Hawke, who played Arthur Harrow. There's a lot of Marvel guys in here. It's getting to the point that if you see a movie with a lot of good actors, there's at least one Marvel personality. So in this movie, Edward Norton plays this universe's version of like an Elon Musk type guy. And he invites a bunch of his friends to help him solve a mystery. And the mystery is wrapped in a puzzle surrounded by an enigma. And it was good. It was good because every time you think you know what's going on, there's a twist and it's something different. He sends his friends this elaborate box that they have to figure their way through in order just to get the invitation to come to his island. They get the invitation, but unbeknownst to everyone else, another invitation was extended to the great Benoit Blanc. I said it like he says it. It's cool the way he says it. He really digs himself, so he puts a lot into it. Like if you watch WWE, when they say Brock Lesnar, they put a lot into it. When he says his name, he's like, the great Benoit Blanc. I like it. But he gets an invitation too, so he ends up on the island with everybody else. So on the island, he's told that what's going on is it's going to be a mystery. They're going to fake Edward Norton's character's death, and everybody's got to figure it out. They do this once a year, something similar, once a year, so everybody's cool with it. He has this really nice, elaborate thing, and there's a lot of Elon Musk type things. He's got a robot dog walking around that everybody just completely ignored. It walked right through the scene, and they just kept talking to each other like, dog is walking through, and I'm like, I don't see that robot dog. I'd be like, what the? But you know, they just ignored it. When you've got that kind of money, I guess you can do that kind of things. He bought an island so that they could all hang out. You know, he's got his personal car that he has sent to wherever he goes. They send it everywhere he goes. And on the island, he's got it in this big glass container. And they're like, why is that car in a container? And he's like, cause I can't drive it on the island, it's a beach. And they're like, oh, this makes sense. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. You sent your car here, you can't even drive it. You know, but the car follows him everywhere. This movie, one of the biggest twists in this movie for me, and I'll give you this because it doesn't really affect the movie, but one of the biggest twists for me was Janelle Monáe's character. I don't see her as an incredible actress. There's a lot of people who come from one place and end up in Hollywood. You know, there's a professional wrestler, pretty popular, ended up in Hollywood. There's rappers, singers, dancers, you know, whatever. They end up in Hollywood. Comedians, you know, do stand up, end up in Hollywood. She was a singer. And I saw her in something and I was like, maybe she should keep singing. But she was good in this. she surprised me. She has growth. She has range. I was surprised at that, especially standing in a room with a bunch of other accomplished actors. I mean, even Dave Bautista, who started out as a wrestler, is accomplished now. He's done a lot of great stuff. And he's pretty much always the big guy, but he's always the big guy with a twist. And she stood right next to everybody and she could act as well. And she stood next to Daniel Craig and could act. I was very impressed with that. But there's a lot going on. And maybe 3/4 of the way through, they let the audience in on something that's happening that maybe you saw it, more than likely you didn't, but it's one of several twists that pulls you in and lets you know, hey man, there's some more stuff going on. And it was good. It was really good. It was so good that I think that it should have at least one more movie, if not two. You know, they could make a TV show out of this. That character, Benoit Blanc, he's good. You know, they had Jessica from Murder, She Wrote. Every week she would go out, no matter where she went. She'd go to another country, she'd go to another city, she'd go to visit her family. No matter where she went, somebody got killed. I'm pretty sure that chick was a serial killer. Somebody got killed, she went, she solved a mystery. That could be this, except, you know, better. I would like this better. This was good. It had a well-written story. Somebody sat down, and just like the story, you know, the Glass Onion, somebody sat down and they peeled back the layers and they told a great story. They said, look, this is how it's going to end. Back up. This is what caused that. This is what caused that. Hey, let's put this here. It'll be a twist. Nobody will see it. They wrote this, and it was good. It had a lot of good mystery involved in this. And a little comedy, had some comedy and everything. Daniel Craig can do a little comedy, it was pretty cool. But I liked this movie a lot. You know, if he left the 007 series because he's going to be doing several of these movies, I think he's going to be okay, because these movies are pretty good. Now, it's made for Netflix, but Netflix is pumping out some good stuff, and this is one of them. I dig this movie. In fact, I dig this movie, and a bunch of really good characters. All the characters were good. They flushed them all out. I liked it. But I would give this movie, Glass Onion, 7 bags of popcorn. 7 bags of popcorn. Because that's what I think about that. More importantly, what do you think about that? Now that we had a chance to look at the video, let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.
Popcorn passport. Get your popcorn passport.